Howdy. This month has been busy, but mostly with plenty of wanting and unfortunately little doing. What has gotten done this month has been in paint for the crew, passengers, and body of the M3 White Scout Car. I am also trying to make something for a monthly kit bashing competition in the Sprue Dude Discord. On the crew and passengers, I mostly use the Vallejo American Armor and Infantry paint set, plus a few others in my collection. They were, as you might have seen in a previous video, originally primed in Army Painter's Skeleton Bone, which is a kind of light khaki or tan. A few colors were used for the jackets, and I think they pulled together rather nicely with the wash. And it's just some, now I think, slight variation that looks more like field condition versus fresh uniform. The wash I used was the Sonic Tonic, created by Sonic Sledgehammer on his YouTube channel. I think it worked out rather nicely. There is one late war uniform, which may be more unusual for being a single uniform instead of a full squad, I admit. That choice was more for color variation and eye-catching and not based on historical frequency of use. Speaking of historical use and the Scout Car itself, I looked into some of that. From various sources, including the Tank Encyclopedia website, I found that the M3 White, while it saw frontline use by Americans in the North African and Pacific theaters, was relegated to rear echelon use in Europe, surpassed by other Scout Cars such as the M8 and M20 in those conditions. Though Free French forces did use it as a line vehicle in Europe, I am not planning on doing anything with a French army. For this one, I tried adding some interior details, including some black little dash plaques and a red and white dial that was right by the steering wheel. This was also the first time I tried painting a lens effect seen on the headlights, though I have since been advised that a gloss coat will help that stand out more. I did use a black wash overall for the vehicle. On those kit bash models, the theme of the competition was post-apocalyptic nights. I have, among my models for the Second World War, also some sprues for medieval and Renaissance era conflicts, so I thought of a rather brutish but straightforward approach. For the first pair, I used Warlord, Landsknecht bodies and heads, as well as bits from the American Rangers kit by Warlord, namely the grenade arm and helmet carrying arm of the one model, and bits from the German Grenadiers kit by Warlord, the carry arm and the PPSH seen on the other. The axe-wielding hand is from Perry Brothers' English Longbowman, which sees more use momentarily. The next two are what I am calling my Gun Knights. They are bodied and headed by Perry Brothers' English Men-at-Arms kit, and armed by the same Warlord American Rangers, with the M1 carbine arms, and German Grenadiers, with the MG42 carry pose and ammo belt. The last two are my personal favorite, the Bazooka Archers. They are bodied and headed by Perry Brothers' English Longbowmen, with only one arm apiece from Warlord's U.S. Rangers for the bazooka and rocket. I think they have a lot of character, and I actually rather like the idea. But, on to future plans, what this next month shall hold. Number one, first game dev video is coming soon. It is probably going to be another month. It will just be the mission statement and some basic principles for the game I'm going to try to achieve. I admit I found myself in rather a bit of a rut about that game, as I am feeling like I need to do more game playing in order to properly dev this, but I still want to go ahead and make something. Number two, I'm going to have decals on the M3 before the next video, but I'm having a bit of trouble deciding exactly what I will use for some of them. I really want to make something accurate, but I am finding that something like the unit vehicle identification number is rather difficult, in part because it was a rear echelon vehicle in the theater I am trying to make troops for, which is the European Theater of Operations, and information on the units that would have used it, what their designators would be, is a bit more difficult for me to come across. Plus, I've never done decals before, so this is going to be outstanding practice for working on the M32 in the future, as that's still going to be in the works. Number 3, for the purposes of the competition, I'm going to focus on the Gun Knights. They are the visually strongest, and I'm sure I can add some good bits and really fill in the gaps that were created by the rather brutish kit bashing. And I think that will result in something rather nice looking. Hopefully, I'll even be able to paint them in time for the competition, but that's not necessary. Overall, I'm going to try to focus on finishing some more models and playing at least one game this next month before getting out some more videos. And I might, just might, restrain myself from buying more plastic, but we'll see how that works out. As you can see from just a small sample, it did not work out for me this past month. But that is all that I have for you, and I hope you take away from this even just a little bit every day, every week, or every month. All that builds up over time. So remember to keep chipping away at it, big or small. Thank you for your time. Have a good one. Bye.